what that danyo what that day and go danyo oh what that day. This is the voice of the Patriot, and my name Blakk Rasta. Here we speak truth to power. I remember here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. This is the voice of the Patriot. And today we have a number of issues we want to look at. The very first story we are taking is from Ghana Web. Oh my God, that message is interesting. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer resigns. And I read, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, yes, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer has announced his decision to step down as Prime Minister and leader of the Labour Party, setting the stage for a leadership contest to choose his successor. Now, in a statement issued on Monday, June 22, 2026, Starmer said he had informed King Charles III of his decision and will remain in office until a new Labour leader is elected and formally assumes the premiership. His resignation comes less than 2 years after leading Labour to a landslide victory in the 2024 general election. Now, the announcement follows weeks of mounting pressure within the governing party amid disappointing local election results and growing concerns among Labour MPs over the party's direction. In his resignation address, Starmer acknowledged that many within Labour no longer viewed him as the best person to lead the party into the next general elections. Nevertheless, he defended his record in office, citing efforts to rebuild the party, restore public confidence, and strengthen the United Kingdom's economic and national security foundations. I hear his name is Keir Starmer. I must say that I don't follow this man. In fact, I have never known that he was the Prime Minister of the UK. The last time I followed the UK and its Prime Minister, my brother, my sister, was when the Nigerian president, who was now gone into eternity, was described by that Prime Minister as fabulously corrupt. That was the last time I followed British politics. My brother, my sister, but I doff my heart for this guy called Keir Starmer. I don't know his history. I have not followed him. But my brother, according to the story, after weeks of internal party pressure, Keir Starmer has decided to step down. He informed King Charles III of his decision, and in his resignation, he made it clear, much as I don't agree with you that I have to stand down because of my picturesque track record, I will step aside so that a new leader comes on, because majority of you believe that I am not the person to lead you into the next election. My brother, my sister, it's not always it has to be our own way. How many politicians in Ghana have stepped aside because the people have lost confidence in them, let alone the premiers? Can I say that again? How many premiers in Africa, in Ghana, have decided that, you know what, the people have lost confidence in us, therefore we have to step aside. It's all about the people and not about us. It doesn't matter how much energy you have in you. It doesn't matter how much strength you have in you. What matters is that you are for the people, and the people say they don't want you. They've lost confidence in you. Step aside. In our country, we are used to hearing leaders say, I will never resign. That has become the chorus in our political landscape. We are not ready to resign, my brother, my sister. Even in abject failure, stark, naked failure, we are not ready to resign. My brother, my sister, in some countries, it's a badge of honor to step aside democratically like this in your own volition in order to keep the wheels of the nation running well oiled. If you want the word lubrication, then well lubricated. My brother, my sister, Keir Starmer has stepped aside. He's wishing his party all the best. He took the opportunity to tell them that he had an enviable track record. But it was not about him. It was about the people. And if the people at this point do not see that you have worked so hard and they want you out, their whims and caprices must be respected. We don't have that in our country. We are full of egotistical people. Ego is killing us. We see the people telling us that we must step aside as failure. But it is not always it means failure. It just means that there is a better person who can help run the race. Maybe you are fit for a different position. That is no failure. It is just to say teamwork is better. But in our country, it smells and, in fact, stinks of failure. It smacks of nothing but failure. Today, Keir Starmer is out. He's waiting to be replaced. Then he would hand over the badge of honor to the next man. This is not the first time we are hearing UK premiers step aside. In our country, no. Even when Nana Addo was sleeping on the job, snoring in public international meetings, to the disgrace of this country, we urged him on. And unashamedly, can I repeat that word? Unashamedly, he was sitting and sleeping and snoring in international businesses. And when people started to clap, he joined in the clapping, having heard nothing. You were sleeping. Why do you clap along with the people clapping? What did you hear? And the worst of it all, how many of these people will go and sign contracts right after sleeping and snoring without even taking time to read these contracts? Our leaders have let us down. They have the no resignation syndrome. No matter how much failure is written on their foreheads, they will shroud it in political oblivion and continue, my brother, my sister, with the buffoonery and foolishness. The biggest disaster we have in our country, apart from religion, my brother, my sister, is political failure. Our political system is so corrupt, even Satan is applauding in hell. Our politicians are most corrupt. They are only in there to steal and to rob and to kill. Like Jesus Christ talked about the enemy. These are our real enemies. They are here to loot, to steal, to murder. My brother, my sister, all in the name of politics. No wonder a lot of them get cancer. Cancer that is so new that it has no name. Cancers of the scrotum, cancers of the testicles, cancers of the vagina, cancers of the vulva, cancers of the larynx and the pharynx and the esophagus, cancers that have no name, cancers that are so devastating. Jesus, have mercy. Give them more cancer, oh Jesus. Give them more cancer, these wicked people. Look how rich this country, Ghana, is. Foreigners coming to this country and they applaud the wealth of this country. They wonder why this country is so blessed. Yet we in here are so much in a hurry to leave. We want to go into Afghanistan where there's nothing but bombs and chaos. We want to run into countries that God himself has cursed. We want to leave all the wealth and run into fire. My brother, my sister, all because of the way our nation is run. The poor do not get justice. My brother, my sister, the poor have no room for justice. They don't get any justice. The poor cannot get jobs. The rich continue to be richer, and the poor become poorer every second of the time. When will the poor get justice? When will the poor come out like we have in England and in America, where people go to court and they believe that they will get justice? Our legal system is fraught with so much corruption. It depends on who you know. We were told about judges who took bribes. Courtesy Anas Army Yawanas. We now know that judges can be bribed in Ghana. In some African countries like Nigeria, it is worse. The legal system has no honor, no respect. The highest bidder gets the justice in courts. Well, Keir Starmer has decided to step aside, much as he wasn't ready to do so. It is to tell everybody that it's not about me. It's about the people. And if the people say no, I have to step aside. In my country, we even steal elections, disrespect the mandate of the people. Oh yes, we do that. We steal elections. We bring hackers to hack. Hacking simply means stealing online. They steal elections for useless leaders who come and sit here and sleep all day. My brother, my sister, if corruption could increase people's height, Nana Addo will be the tallest man in the whole world. Can I say it again? If corruption, my brother, my sister, could increase people's height, Nana Akufo-Addo will be the tallest man on earth. And I say that with no regret. His government was so corrupt, so dastardly corrupt, so gargantuanly corrupt. My brother, my sister, thank God this government has been thrown away. NPP, never again. Now the next thing I want to look at is equally interesting, and I need you to come along. I'm reading that from Ghana Web, and it says, ignore Manchia's summons and I will wipe out your generation. Abro warns Kwabena Boakye. And I read, Ghanaian media personality Mawuli Ekpe Peter, popularly known as Abro, has made some strong remarks following the recent social media drama between him and actor Kwabena Boakye. Recently, after Kwabena Boakye took to social media to level a series of allegations against actress Vivian Gill, Abro, during an interview on Royal TV, criticized the actor. Now, during the interview, Abro claimed that Kwabena Boakye had been apprehended by the Ghana Police Service and further alleged that he had personally assisted in securing his release. Following these comments and allegations, Kwabena Boakye, who appeared displeased, publicly invoked curses against the media personality. In a video that circulated on social media, Kwabena Boakye, after raining curses on Abro, additionally called on the gods to to use his children as a thanksgiving sacrifice. However, in a recent development, Abro has taken the matter involving the Kumawood actor to the Manshia Palace. In a video shared on Instagram and cited by Ghana Web on June 22, 2026, Abro stated that Kwabena Boakye had failed to respond to the summons despite repeated efforts by the Manshia Palace to reach him. I told you people that I will resolve my issue with Kwabena Boakye amicably last week. He cursed me last week, so I took the matter to the Manshia Palace and to the Queen Mother. They have been trying to reach him, but he is unavailable. My team and I have also tried to contact him, but he's unreachable. However, I want to inform him that I have summoned him to Manshia, he said. Abro further gave Kwabena Boakye a 1-week ultimatum to respond to his calls and the summons or face consequences. According to him, Kwabena Boakye had no right to involve his children in their feud. I want to give him 1 week to present himself at the Manshia Palace. If he doesn't do that, that means he has no respect for the Ashanti Kingdom. If he fails to appear, I will show him who I am, and he will regret it. He could have gone ahead to curse me, but he shouldn't have involved my children. My children are very young. My firstborn is not even 12 years old, and my lastborn is just 1 year and 10 months old. He further stated that he will not hesitate to retaliate against Kwabena Boakye if he failed to present himself at the Manshia Palace for questioning. If I don't see Kwabena Boakye at the palace, I will strip myself naked. I will also wipe out his entire generation. I don't know who Abro is. I don't know who Kwabena Boakye is, but I know Vivian Gill. Forgive me if I don't know them, if I should have known them. But my brother, I chose this story for one reason. One man says, you lied. And if it's true that you lied, I curse you. Not you alone. You and your generation, your children. But it is most dependent on whether it is true or false. Then you come back and tell the person, you should have cursed me alone. Why do you add my children? That means you lied, isn't it? It means you lied. It's like a man who tells his wife, wifey, you know what? I'm going to the village for the ritual that has to do with cleansing. And you know that if you have been cheating, once the cleansing is done, you will die. But if you have not been cheating, you are okay. If you have been cheating, it's time to confess so that at least you will not die. And then the woman all of a sudden starts to cry. I have not been cheating. I have not been cheating. But why do you want to kill me? No, I don't want to kill you. It is a curse. And the cleansing is going to deal with the cheater. Whether it is you or myself, it's time for you to tell me whether you have been cheating or not. And let me confess, I cheated only once, twice, thrice, or something like that. My brother, my sister, it is always men who cheat. Yet when it comes to running to do DNA, it is the women who fret most. Can I say it again? Every time in every marriage, it is the men who allegedly cheat. You will never hear women meet and not say that men are the cheaters. Yet when it comes to the DNA, after the child is born, it's the women who are running away from it. Hallelujah. This is the case between our bro and that guy. Kwabena says that you have lied against him, and therefore he has placed a curse on you and your children. You say your children are too young to die. What What are you talking about, my brother? Can you see that? And he takes this matter to Manshia, and Manshia also decides to sit on it. I thought Manshia would have told him, you are guilty straight away by the way you are reacting to the thing. Go and beg the man, so we can now call him here for you to beg again. He is rather using Manshia to intimidate this guy. I don't get it. Do you get it? Some money is lost at MGL. Ewenam stole the money. But we all do not know that Ewenam was the one who stole the money. So we come and say, hey, whoever stole that money, there's a certain curse here. You will not only die, your boyfriend would also die, or your husband will also die. And then you start to cry. Why do you want to kill my boyfriend? Why do you want to kill my husband? Please, please, leave my boyfriend alone. If it's me, just curse me alone. But nobody said it's you. Huh? My brother, my sister, the reason I chose this story is just simple. The same way we are ready to run to Manshia and give all the respect to Manshia and say that Manshia is the Almighty, and that if we disrespect Manshia, we will do A, B, C, D, E, F. Can we give equal honor to the state, Ghana? Remember, Manshia is a subset of the universal set called Ghana. If we look down on Ghana for Manshia to stand, no house that is divided against itself shall stand. Hallelujah. A lot of people have more respect for their local chiefs and kings than they have for the state. Am I correct? Some people will listen more to their local chiefs than to the state. Yet when you are in trouble, you want the state to protect you. When you are driving on the street, you want the street lights to be provided by the state. When you are robbed of some form of justice, you want the state to step in. How can the state step in? The state that you do not respect. I don't really want to talk too much about this. But, bro, I don't know you. From the way you are going about things, it's better to approach this guy and beg him, because everything points to a direction that you are wrong and you lied. Go and beg him if you believe in curses at all. And tell him, bros, you know what? I lied against you, I'm sorry. Rather than trying to hide under Manshia and misbehave. I leave it here.
Yabo! Yabo! Yabo!
Now, before the onset of the alarm clock, the African black cock was our most trusted alarm clock. It would crow at the right time, not 1 minute late, not 1 second early, waking up not only the master or the mistress who fed it, but the rest of the community to be up and doing. Oh, remember when we used to tell each other early in the morning, tomorrow when we hear the crow of the African black cock, you must know it's me, myself, and I. Saying thank you for everything you've done for me today and, of course, previously. Yet, when the festivities came, we were so much in a hurry to dehumanize the African black cock. What did we do? We assassinated it and served its corpse on our plates, which we proudly called food. This is the African historic class with a big fat, thick, tall, standing erect and very hairy every morning like the cedar of Lebanon, surrounded by the beautiful blue blistering pinnacles of lapis lazuli, the African black cock. And our African proverb of the day. Now, anytime you hear an African proverb, do not be so much in a hurry to decode it without inviting the spirits of our ancestors to the reasoning table. After all, they manufactured, fabricated all these wonderful proverbs.
Yabo!
Our African proverb today is beautiful. It says, and I quote, and it's from the Hausa people. They say, and I quote, a man who is married to 3 women does not deserve a 4th if none of the married women has ever been pregnant by him. May I repeat it? A man married to how many women? 3 women does not deserve a 4th if he's been unable to impregnate any of the 3 women previously married. My brother, my sister, by their fruits they shall be known. By their track record, we can judge them. And above all, to who much is given, much is required. My brother, my sister, when you come to MGL here, Ewenam does not receive the same salary as Blakk Rasta. Blakk Rasta does not receive the same salary as Lois Kisiedu. Lois Kisiedu does not receive the same salary as Ni Agbo Aye or Giovanni Caleb. Giovanni Caleb does not receive the same salary as the beautiful receptionist. Neither does the beautiful receptionist receive the same salary as Auntie B. Auntie B does not receive the same salary as Nuyama. Finally, Nuyama does not receive the same salary as the security man at the gate. Why? It's the same principle. To whom much is given, much is desired and required and demanded. My brother, depending on how much you are paid, you might just be asked to do A or B or C, or combine everything A, B, and C and do together. There are some people here who supervise everybody here who is paid. And if they supervise everyone here who is paid, it will be unfair for them to receive the same salary as the people that they supervise. Can I tell you more? If Ewenam was the person who was supervising Blakk Rasta, supervising the same security man, supervising the beautiful receptionist, the energetic cleaner, it would be unfair for Ewenam to receive the same salary as the receptionist or as Blakk Rasta. Because if she receives less than the people that she supervises, she can be compromised. True? Very easily. I'm supervising you. You are receiving more money than me. Then it's a matter of compromising you and telling you, you know what? Take your eyes off whatever I don't do that I'm supposed to do. That is why the police must be paid more. The police supervises over all of us in one way or the other. The crime, the dastardly behavior. And if the police is not paid well, they will be compromised. And they are always compromised. That is why in America it's different. In England it's different. I'm not saying that some police people are not compromised. You see, if you be amono, moin se wom. Omo mun teach se me no mo se men sa wom. There be an kanusa. Moin se, the ense. My brother, my sister, if we work with this principle of life, we will not have a problem. In most companies, the security people are less paid, but that is disastrous. Anything that is stolen out of this building goes through the security gate, unless they are witches and wizards who fly at night on a broomstick. If they are not, they will have to pass through the security gate. And if the security man who is paid like a joke is compromised, then you come back to an empty house, totally looted. Nobody is ready to give you any explanation. Think about it. You, a Hausa man, you are married to how many wives? 3 of them. And normally, in our local societies and traditions, the ultimate thing about every marriage is a pregnancy. That is why we celebrate pregnancy. That is why the mother-in-law would always be at your doorstep knocking down, but even though I feel it's quite unfair. Tum, 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 tum. Pum, 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 pum. When are you going to give me a grandson? When are you going to give me a grandson? And if you give her a granddaughter, she's still asking for a grandson. As if you manufacture children. And unfortunately, that is what it is in so many societies in Africa. Mother-in-law will give you problems. Normally, the father-in-law is not too worried. I don't know why it is so. It is normally the women who go around hating. Look, even if the woman has only one child, a son, she wants to have 1 million children from one woman. If it was possible to give birth to 1 million women, children, why didn't you have 1 million children? And in the family of some of these women, a lot of her sisters have never had children, yet she will make it your headache to produce children because you are married to a son. But in this case, the proverb is looking at the aspect where a man has been given so much. 3 women, my brother, it's not easy to be able to take care of 1 woman, let alone 3 women. Do you know how much work that is? And on 3FM today, we are making it clear. It's not easy. Even 1 woman is a big headache. She wants a new wig. She wants to do her nails. She wants money to go and tighten her something. Whilst you are busily trying to enlarge your something, she is in a hurry to tighten her something. What a paradox. We are busily trying to enlarge it, and they are busily trying to close it and tighten it. My brother, my sister, it is what it is. 3 women. Do you want to kill yourself? I come from the tradition of polygamy. Oh yes, my brother. I had an uncle who had 3 wives. Oh my God. In fact, my grandfather had 3 wives. But in those days, they inherited their brother's wives when they died, you know. So he actually went for 1 wife. But when his brother died, he inherited the wives. May he rest in peace. But in those days, the women were so cordial. You know what they did? As a little child, I didn't understand what they were doing. But today that I'm a big boy, I understand. They will sit down and calculate their menstrual cycles. Oh, on this day, I will allow you to go in for 3 days or 4 days, and then the other one too will calculate hers and see when it will land. And then she will excuse the other one to go. So the man is always busy. Can you imagine that? The man cannot say he's tired. When the first wife came here, for all the 3 days, 4 days, you were busy, banging. Now it's my turn and you say you are tired. No, you are not treating me good. In all the polygamous homes, that is what happens. Go to the Zongo. Hajia Mariama and Hajia Fati and Hajia Mimuna, they will sit down. And Hajia Mariama will say on Friday, hers will come. So for 4 days, and if you are unfortunate and yours takes 10 days like some women, Jesus, you would only go in there once in a lifetime. It's like those who are born in a leap year. They celebrate their birthday once every 4 years. Sometimes I wish Jehovah's Witnesses were born with no dates of birth, because they don't celebrate birthdays. So they don't actually know when they were born. So you leave it like that. On a more serious note, my brother, the man has not been able to impregnate 3 women. Could it be their fault? Certainly, he cannot be right over all the 3 women. Either he's not hitting the G-spot well, or he's firing the shots over bar. Hallelujah. Maybe he's not eating and chewing enough mijingoro bitter cola. Or maybe he's a 1-minute man. If you are a 1-minute man, why do you deserve a 4th wife? My producer is a very energetic man. He has 9 children. He deserves more wives, but he's always maintained 1 wife. You know why? Because he thinks that even 1 woman is a lot. To those who are married to 3 women, 2 women and 4 women, I know why you do that. So that you stay away from cheating. In fact, if an Alhaji marries 4 women and still cheats, I think he should be castrated. What do you think? What do you think? You are married to 4 women, Alhaji. You have Hajia Mimuna, Hajia Fati, Hajia Mariama, and Hajia Bintu. And you are still cheating. Wallahi, you should be castrated. Or
ladies and gentlemen, this is Papa J, and I'm a regular student of the African history class. I love the African proverbs, Anoman Tua, original.
Yeah, this is Jack Coffee While. We're listening to Blakk Rasta, African history class. We also students here, and we like it. Yeah, more African stories, African history. You see?
The African history class. In fact, Blakk Rasta has brought something new. And this is where we are all listening to our own history. Ghana, Bakwasem, Bibi Mai, Bakwasem, Black, Nyamishrao. The African history class.
Otororo mono African history class am. Otororo mono African history class am. Blakk Rasta grono.
That's number one, Africa's finest. Now, today, several years ago, African people put themselves on the map of history. My brother, my sister. And today is the 22nd of June, 2026. Oh my God, have mercy. Now, my brother, my sister, today in the African history class, we have a lot to talk about. Today, we're going all the way to the Delta State of Nigeria. Then we also go to the Akwa Ibom State of Nigeria to talk about something that is going to mesmerize you. There is something we are talking about today. It's called the Imwemu Ro Farie. Imwemu Ro Farie. And I'm going to spell that. Don't worry. Take it easy. Okay? I know you can't spell it. I'm going to spell it. Umwemu is spelled M. I beg your pardon. U-M-U-E-M-U. Umwemu. Ro is R-O. Farie is F-A-R-I-E. Umwemu Ro Farie. My God. What is this animal called Umwemu Ro Farie? Now, in Urobo tradition, there is something that is called Umwemu Ro Farie. And it has to do with women. I started off by talking about it in the Proverb, right here in the African history class. In the African society, a man may be excused if he is promiscuous, but not a woman. In the African society, before the onset of Christianity and European culture, men could marry as many women as possible, depending on how much money or wealth they had. Today is said one man, one woman. True? In the days, it was not like that. Yes, Eve was built for Adam. We didn't see any other person, but that is Christianity. My brother, my sister. And in every marriage, a man could be excused if he went out to cultivate a backyard garden. I hope you understand. If he took a side chick, if chick is offensive, then let's make it a side hen. My brother, my sister. Amongst the people of the Delta State, Nigeria, and Akwa Ibom in Nigeria, and even among some group of Ewes and Nordness, it is a curse for a woman to allow penetration while she's married to her husband by another man. Can I say it again? If you are a married woman, you don't have to even think about it. That you will lie down and accept a peg from another man. It's a curse. Amongst the people of the Delta State of Nigeria, some Nordness and some Voltarians, if you, as a woman, decide to do that, and it's time for you to give birth, you are in labor. Painful as it is, I have never been pregnant, honestly. But I have seen women in labor. At a point, I told myself that I will not impregnate any woman again. It's finished. But the ladies would always cry for the babies. Oh, please, my mother wants a baby. Please, just this one. Please, just one more. Please. And one more. Another one more. Another one more. Before you realize you have 19. Hallelujah. Eh? When I went to the labor ward, what I saw, I ran. Thank God I'm vegetarian. Hallelujah. The crying. I don't even like to see animals in labor to give birth, especially the goat. It's painful. And normally when they cry like that, I cry too. There are some wicked women who say, oh, sorry for you. And then they say, Eish, you forget you are a woman too? Because it's an animal, so it feels no pain. Amongst the people of the Delta State and Akwa Ibom, if you, a woman, you allow yourself to be pegged by another man beside your husband, when it's time to give birth, you will be in labor for as many days and months as possible. You will never give birth. You will cry and shed blood until you die. The child will never come out. That is what is called umwemu rofarie. That is if you slept with one man beside your husband. Adultery with one man. But if it is multiple, you are married, but you have other sex partners, that is not umwemu rofarie. You know what it's called? It's called orokunrunkum. Orokunrunkum. Repeat after me. Orokunrunkum. And say it with anger. Orokunrunkum. If it is one man, the ritual is different. That is umwemu rofarie. But if it is multiple men beside your husband, it is orokunrunkum. Ha! The child would never come out. She will die unless she confesses all the names of the men and where she slept with them. So, for instance, if Awenam was married to Nico or Kwabena, and then she decided to sleep with 6 men, in labor, she will be in labor forever until she dies, unless she starts. Forgive me, I slept with Blakk Rasta. I slept with him. Yeah, I slept with him. 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 It's not enough. You have to say where. I slept with him in Auntie B's office. Auntie B had gone out for lunch, and we were there. We did our thing there. Okay, number 2. I slept with Asoribao. I slept with Asoribao in a junk hotel at Circle. You have to mention all the names and where it happened. In some cases, you even mention the time of the day: morning, afternoon, evening. In some serious cases, you would even have to say what you told your husband to be able to escape. You know why it is so? They want to find out if you slept with any of the men on your matrimonial bed. As for that, no excuse. You have to die in labor. You see how serious it is? So with one man, it is umwemu rofarie. And if it was with multiple men, like in the case of Ewenam, the 3rd one, she would also have to mention all the way to the 6th. who has slept with this bald-headed guy. Bald-headed guy. He's called yeah! The pain comes, so she pauses and cries. Trigmatico. And then you have to say where. My brother, my sister. Right after confessing, the right confessions, without hiding anything, the baby comes out. Now, this tradition is tied to a powerful, unforgiving marital spirit called Ekpo Nkawo. Can I repeat it? Ekpo Nkawo. That is the name of that spirit. So when you get married, the first place you go is the shrine of Ekpo Nkawo. Ekpo is spelled E-K-P-O. Nkawo is hyphenated. Is N-K-A-O-W-O. Ekpo Nkawo. My brother, my sister, the spirit is believed to track unfaithful wives and strike them during childbirth, disgrace them. Everybody would hear what they did. A safe delivery is considered spiritually impossible until every lover's name is spoken aloud to traditional birth attendants. It is also in Benin and Edo states. They also practice this thing. My brother, my sister, hey, it's all about the truth or you die. Paternity and bloodlines. Hey. Now, in modern times, many people have said that this doesn't work anymore. But go to the areas and see how it works. It doesn't matter. Even if you get pregnant and decide to move from the areas to another place, you still have to confess before the baby comes out or you die. Today, my brother, my sister, we decided to take you all the way to Beni. They say Bini and Ido, all the way to Akwa Ibom, to the Delta state of Nigeria, where we have been privileged, my brother, my sister, to look at some of the traditions of our great wise ancestors. Mwemo Rofarie and Oru Kurunkum. This is the African History Club.
Luca Production.
Kanumbena, arele mali kanumbena. Chedenu. Muni kisela eta uli jula. Renyena.